Today we're back in Grand Cross Age of Titans. This is a city-building war game with an anime-style art theme. And this game has open field combat with free movement, including a lot of really powerful units that are ranged, flying, giant titans, and more. But in this video, I want to focus in on power leveling your heroes and making it so that you can smash your enemies and have a level advantage over the heroes they bring onto the battlefield. Now, I want to thank the makers of Grand Cross Age of Titans for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out the game, which I would definitely recommend, use the link in the description. This is definitely a fun city building war game with fun war mechanics. Pre-registration is starting now, so if you use that link in the description, you can get 2,200 gems once you start playing the game, and it will be available when launched globally for Android, iOS, and PC. But let's get right into the topic of leveling up your heroes. How does this work? Well, there are a number of ways that you can get levels on your heroes. When you just smash the plus button next to any hero, you'll see that you can use your secret learning methods, aka experience, onto the hero. Now, one thing that many people haven't noticed is that legendary heroes require more experience for the same level compared to their epic counterparts, compared to their blue or rare counterparts, compared to their uncommon, that's green. So the lower the tier of the hero, the easier it is to level them up. And leveling up gives you some big advantages. That includes, by the way, higher troop capacity and also more talent points to work with. So leveling up your heroes is a very big deal, but there is going to be something that gatekeeps your progress. And that thing that you're going to need, that is now my blocker to progress, is going to be stars. You need an increasing number of stars for each progressive star level you get to. And unlocking more star levels gives you different bonuses. If I get a look at one of these heroes, I can smash the question mark over here. Getting to 2 stars unlocks your second skill. This happens at level 10. When you get to 3 stars, level 20, you can bring a secondary hero. When you get to 4 stars, that's level 30. You unlock your third skill. When you get to 5 stars at level 40, you get your 4th skill available. And when you get to 6 stars, you actually get 10 bonus talent points, which is pretty sweet. Talents are very powerful. I mean, this is just power for your heroes. Now, the talents, by the way, apply only for the primary hero in a pairing that you use. So the talents on the secondary hero don't do anything. You don't have to worry about that. But the primary hero, you will always care a lot about that. And on the topic of talents, let's get to the power leveling. We talked about why it is you want to level up your heroes, okay? The troop capacity, the skill gains, the talent points. The real secret to power leveling your heroes, and not just relying on these experience items, the secret learning method, is to go and hunt monsters in the world. So if I zoom out to the world map, this is where you'll find different monsters. That's a player, just kidding. Here we go. And different monsters give you different bonuses. Now, when you hunt a monster, this is going to give you experience. The higher level the monster is, the more experience that you'll get. So fighting the sort of highest level monster that's available to you is going to be a big deal. There are even special monsters that spawn in. This is the Binzi, and this is available periodically. That gives you a very large amount of experience when you take this bad boy down. So you're going to want to hunt monsters to gain your experience. And also, as the game reloads here, I'll point out that the thing you use to do that is a limited resource right over here. It's stamina. Now, I have a lot of these stamina potions saved up, and I guess I'm just waiting for higher level monsters to fight. But if we were about to fight other players, I would have wished that I had power leveled my heroes more and used up more of these stamina items. Because once you're fighting another player, like, you're not trying to go out in the world and battle monsters at that point. You have to fight for your continued existence as an alliance, as a player, and that's fun and it's exciting. And there, without getting into PvP, which we'll cover in another video, what I'm trying to say is that leveling up is important. You want to do that before the fight, but you want to wait as long as possible until you gain higher and higher level monsters to go fight, because it costs the same amount of stamina to fight a higher level monster. You just get more rewards because they're higher level. So that seems really good. Now, there are a bunch of advantages that you can get when you hunt monsters. It's not so simple as just go hunt the monsters. For example, one tip that you probably won't find other places is that you have heroes that can do area of effect damage. And if your area of effect damage targets another monster, what happens? You're fighting one thing, you accidentally hit something else, that other thing will start to fight you, but you will not actually fight it back, weirdly enough. So if you play Rise of Kingdoms, you know that you'll use area of effect damage to try to get free extra kills of barbarians. In this case, they're called monsters. But that doesn't work that way here. As soon as you actually kill the monster, it's going to spend your stamina for having done so, even if you didn't directly target it. So using area of effect damage to try to get free monsters is not a thing in this game. So what is a thing that gives you free experience? Well, there are two main vehicles for extra experience. One is that you're going to have heroes that have skills related to monster damage dealt and hero experience. This is how you power level your heroes, is you're going to pair one monster hunter with another hero you're trying to power level. I'll explain that more in depth in a minute, but that is one of the main ways that you get bonus hero experience. This is best exemplified in a different hero, but I just want to showcase that this particular hero does a bonus damage to monsters, but does not do bonus experience. On the flip side of things, you've got this hero, okay, Octaus, and this hero gives you 90% bonus hero experience, okay? And he also, on a separate skill, gives you a bonus damage to monsters too. I mean, this hero is designed for PvE, player versus environment, fighting monsters and getting extra experience. I mean, this is like 2-for-1 value on the amount of experience you get. 90%, bro. And we haven't even gotten to the second major way that you gain bonus experience. Before I get to that, though, I just want to review which heroes are helpful monster hunters. Okay, so we're going to review these and get a look together. We can see that Karma does extra damage to monsters, but does not give extra experience. If you'd like a free legendary hero in Grand Cross Age of Titans, make sure that you're in an alliance and you participate in the Demon Extermination. In the shop over here, you can get Karma Mana Stones once you have the currency, simply from participating in your Demon Extermination. If we go back to the hero list over here, Sekhmet is available from the VIP crates. And I picked her up from the VIP crates just because I wanted to try her out and see how she does. One thing that I found very interesting about this game that you may not have known, pro tip, is that the damage and the skills on legendary heroes is actually not that far off from the unique epic heroes, the purple heroes. So her damage is actually not much different from an epic, which is very interesting. We look at Claudia. I showed you her earlier. She does monster damage. Agnes does not do anything for monsters, okay? Arthur does not do anything for monsters. A lot of these heroes will not do anything for monsters. So knowing which ones actually give you this monster benefit is a big deal. So which ones am I using? Which ones will you probably use? You will almost certainly use Valkyrie, a cavalry monster hunter. She is going to give you 30% bonus experience and 50% bonus damage to monsters. You'll love to see it. Octaus, I already talked about. He is available from a special event, and you'll need to rally down different monsters in order to get his tokens, his mana stones. Very, very valuable to have him in your roster. Lanik is another hunter. If we look at her, she gives 90% damage to monsters, which is interesting. No experience gain boost. If we continue on, Helena is an archer hero. She is going to give you damage to monsters, but no bonus experience. Dude, that snake is kind of crazy. There are also lower rarities of heroes that are good for monsters. I mean, gosh, there's so many. We're not going to review every skill on every hero in this game. I'll just point out that you'll probably end up using Agnes at rare quality. He doesn't really do much. He does damage to monsters. Like I said, it ain't much, but it's there. And you may at some point end up using Moa. What does she do? Damage to monsters, okay? So the ones that give experience gain are the ones that you want to pair the heroes you want to power level. Specifically, your biggest power leveler is Octaus. But we're not done yet. Because in addition to skills that will power level, you'll note the Hunt Talent Tree. The Hunt Talent Tree is very good for power leveling your heroes. Why is that? Well, not only do you get some pretty good talent point options for fighting against monsters, some nice damage, but also you can decrease your stamina cost. Well, this is a big deal. This is almost a 20% reduction in your stamina cost, which means more free monsters, which means more experience. So I always use literally a monster hunt hero as the primary hero when I'm out battling monsters. The other thing you can go get is a hero experience boost. 30% extra experience when hunting monsters. Yo! So even if the hero doesn't have skills that give you extra experience, the talents can give you that experience that you crave. And yes, this is solid. 30% more is a big deal. Just these talents alone together is a big deal. And personally, rather than push down this tree further, you can get every talent point. So I went first to get troop attack, then I went with health. I don't actually have the knowledge yet as to whether or not defense or health is better, so I went with health. From there, I took either march speed or damage to monsters, and then I went and I got these guys over here. Stamina decrease, get that as fast as I can. Get the experience boost for heroes as fast as I can. Then I doubled back to get the extra damage to monsters, okay? Well, technically, I guess you should go forward, but then you go backward and get the extra damage to monsters. 3 points over here is giving you 6%. 3 points over here is giving you 18%. So, like, obviously, this is way better. But still, 3 points, 6% of damage is still good, so you double back for that, okay? And those are the main things that you want to grab. This gives you less heavily wounded troops, which is like, okay, lightly, decreasing your hospital bill. This gives you a heal when a fight ends. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to hunt for a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, these two talents are crucial. This is your amplifier right here for power leveling your heroes. So when you add up all these bonuses, I mean, you got 30% hero experience over here, plus 90% hero experience over here. We're looking at 120% extra hero experience. And if we just look at my reports, I mean, presumably we can see this in my reports. When I bring out Sekhmet, I pulled down 35,000 experience. Okay, well, where is Octaus? How much did he get? 54,200. Yo, there it is. The proof's in the pudding, okay? The proof's in the pudding. And this is with all hunters, okay? All hunters. Now, the question then becomes, well, what should you power level? And that is a topic for a separate video, because I think this video has already gone on long enough. Although there is, perhaps, one other thing I should call your attention to, which is that if I'm not mistaken, there may be some bonuses in the VIP section related to hero experience gain. I could be wrong, but there it is. VIP 11 has a hero experience gain boost of 5%. Now, I am not at VIP 11. If you are spending, you might get there. At some point, it jumps up to 10% as well. When did that happen? A hero experience gain boost of 10%. Looks like that happens when you jump up to VIP 15. It goes up to 10%. And then more at VIP 16, maybe? No. So you can get 10% extra hero experience, which is nice for power leveling. I think that the one thing that will be a major barrier to your progress for leveling, if you follow the guidance that I set out in this video, is actually going to be the stars. The stars are going to be your bottleneck, and the stars are going to be the reason that you're going to need to focus. Like, how many epic stars do I have? Not enough. How many, let's see, I have 151. How many legendary stars do I have? 75. It ain't much, man. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. If you want to check out the game, check out the link in the description to download the game and get playing. A big thank you again to the makers of Grand Cross Age of Titans for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to see other videos about this game, check the cards in the end screen. They'll be there in just a second.